What is this mystery? It was hidden in previous ages from men and women. In the Old Testament was not revealed to them. They could see it, but it wasn't revealed. But you could see that there were shadows of the gospel, right? That's how far the Old Testament saints can understand it. They could see it in shadows and symbols and forms. That mystery had been hidden, but now has been revealed, right? So what is this mystery that Paul is talking about? Because he's saying that in previous generations, it was hidden, has been manifested to his saints now, right? Even the prophets and kings didn't really know what this mystery was about. They had great insights, but didn't really fully understand it. That the prophets inquired how these things are going to be. Even angels didn't understand it. It's what it says in Peter. They even desire to look into those things, but prophets could not even get it. So, what was this mystery? Verse 27, that God willed to make known the riches of the glory of the mystery among the Gentiles, which is Christ in you, the hope of glory. The unveiling of this truth. Old Testament believers understood that God wanted to save people, but he was doing it through the Jewish people. He was doing it through Abraham. He was doing it through Isaac and Jacob, right? And they understood that there was more. Moses talked about a prophet that would be like him coming, right? Yes. That Aaron was a high priest, but Aaron would die, and then his sons would die, but the priesthood had to continue. There would be an eternal priest. Well, how can you have an eternal priesthood? People would die. There would have to be someone who was eternal who would be the priest one day, right? So there were things they understood. David knew that there would be a king, a son of David on the throne forever. So they understood that there was going to be things like that, right? But what they fully could not understand is how God would come and not only save the Jews, save the Gentiles, which they kind of had a picture of it, right? Through Ruth, right? Through Ruth and Rahab, right? And Jethro. There were Gentiles within, but they could never really get the fact that the Messiah of Israel would actually draw Gentiles in the promises of Israel and actually indwell them. That was a mystery to them. It was hard for the Old Testament saints to get it. But now I don't need to give you shadows and pictures and forms, right? You can read for yourself what the New Testament says, that Jesus has come and died for us, the good news, and he rose from the dead, right? You already know it. The gospel has been presented to us, right?